My Burbank Talks presents another edition of The Week That Was and The Week That Will Be, a weekly podcast featuring highlights and commentary on local events and issues taking place right here in Burbank. Now, let's see what's on today's agenda as we join our program.
Hello, Burbank. Thank you. Thank you for that nice round of applause. And how are you doing this week, Burbank? Well, it was an exciting week last week, wasn't it? With the election and everything. But before we start, as always, we have a humble request that you like this video and please subscribe to the channel so YouTube continues to recommend this video to others like yourself, and also think about a channel membership to support us here at My Burbank. Last week's Word of the Week winner was Greg Schwartz. The word was election. Greg needs to send in his address so he can send out his gift card. And here's a bonus: Greg is also a paid member to our channel. So we will be enclosing a special My Burbank gift along with the gift card as a way of saying thank you for your monthly support. All right. Let's get into last week. And Tuesday, of course, was election night. We're going to bring up our... Here I'm still in Election Central, of course, but we're going to bring up our election results from last week also so you can see them. If you've been watching our channel at all, you've been seeing these on the channel. And there were 9 candidates for City Council, but it's come down to 3-person race with ballots still to be counted. My Burbank projected current council member Konstantine Anthony to be re-elected based on the vote dumps coming in. The other seat is still too close to call, with Rizzotti in front of Judie Wilke by about 600 votes. Yes, it shows your vote is important. Friedman easily won her congressional seat vacated when Adam Schiff vied for the Senate seat instead of running again. Burbank Mayor Schultz will also be moving up the totem pole as he moves into the Friedman's assembly seat. All 3 won by convincing margins against their Republican opponents. The school board saw their Measure ABC win, coming in with around 62% of the votes at this point. It only needed about 55% to win, and has maintained or increased that percentage after every vote dump. That means with that win and the passing of State Measure 2, there is a lot of money coming into the Burbank School District for improvements. The board has promised accountability, and we will make sure there is just that moving forward. While Emily Weisberg did not appear on the ballot because she ran unopposed, she has been reelected for another 4-year term. In District 1, Lorette Cano defeated Tom Crowder, and in District 5, Armand Agahanian turned away challenger Andy Markarian to retain his seat on the board. These are not official results, of course, because there's still votes to be counted, but they maintain the race results in every vote dump so far as of Sunday night. 2 interesting things which I want to see play out. One is the passage of County Measure A. It repeals Measure H, which completely screwed over Burbank, and we will now pay a half-cent in sales tax for homeless services. Measure H was terrible for Burbank, with the city receiving only about 5% back of the money we paid into it, causing us to reach into our own budget to provide homeless services. Will we get our fair share now? It does not say how it will be decided, but unlike Measure H, which had a sunset clause, Measure A can only end by a vote. So we are stuck with probably forever, as people will forget about it and just be resigned to paying higher sales tax. The other was State Prop 33 that gave local cities controls over rent control. That did not pass, so we will see what that means to Burbank, with the council currently working on their own version of rent control for the city. The last of the votes is expected to be concluded by November 26th, and I think it's around December 8th in that area, or December 12th, which they certify the election as over and done with. For those who watched our live election coverage on YouTube, I say thank you. We initially had some audio doubling difficulties in the beginning, but got it worked out in our first live telecast. So once again, thank you everybody very much for participating, for listening, and for giving us a shot on that. Okay, let's come back here to the full camera shot here. There we go. So last Thursday, Burbank High baseball team held their second annual appreciation night for veterans. It was a great night with veterans honored, some nice raffle giveaways, and high attendance. Both Vice Mayor Nikki Perez and council members Zette Mullins dropped by to honor the veterans before the game between Grace Brethren and Burbank. On Friday, the first round of the CIF playoffs saw the Burbank Bulldogs defeat the Monrovia Wildcats 47-42 at Monrovia as they continue their journey for a CIF championship. It was an exciting game that even saw a 15-minute delay for a power failure. The Bulldogs will now come back home to Memorial Field to take on Highland, who defeated Cerritos 21-17 in the first round. So, go to the game. Go to the game. That's all I can tell you. Okay, that's kind of it for the week that was. We're going to take, of course, our first commercial break, and we're going to be back with you in just a second.
Enjoying the show right now? Thinking you may want to do your own podcast? Bible Rate Talks is renting out our podcast studio on an hourly rate. You can do audio podcasts or both audio and video, and even bring in guests to talk with. We will help you get set up on podcast platforms and start a YouTube channel, and we can edit your productions to make you look and sound your very best. If you are interested, please drop us an email at studiorentals@myburbank.com. That's studiorentals@myburbank.com, and we will get back to you. Now, back to our show.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please sit down. Not necessary. Thank you very much. Once again, Craig Schwartz here with you, and the My Burbank Command Center, election headquarters, of course. And we're going to go with the week that will be. And that starts with today. Today, of course, is Veterans Day. And as always, ceremonies will begin at 10:15 a.m. at the War Memorial at McCambridge Park. This is a well-attended event, and seating will be provided. Unlike Memorial Day, when we celebrate our veterans who have passed, Veterans Day is a day that we celebrate and thank our living veterans who gave a piece of their lives to make America a free country and the best country in the world. Try and stop by today if you have the time. If not, seek out a veteran and thank them for their service. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, Community Development Block Grants Consolidation Plan Needs Assessment Community Meeting will be held at 1 p.m. through Zoom. You can see the city's website for information on how to participate. The Burbank Cultural Arts Commission Visibility Committee meeting will be held at 345 at the Community Services Building. They will discuss and explore ideas and plans for the Visibility Subcommittee. Okay. The City Council is dark this week. On Wednesday, Stem Cell Donor Registry event will be held from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the rear parking lot of the Burbank Police Department at 3rd and Orange Grove. On November 15, 2003, Burbank police officer Matthew Pavelka made the ultimate sacrifice and was tragically killed during a traffic stop. Now, Officer Pavelka's father, Michael Pavelka, a 35-year veteran of the Los Angeles Police Department, is in the fight for his life and in need of a blood stem cell donor to fight a rare cancer. They will team up with the National Marrow Donor Program in search of a match. So please try to stop by and help out. Okay. The Burbank Cultural Arts Commission Advocacy Subcommittee will meet at 9:30 a.m. at the Community Services Building, and they will discuss ideas. Let's see here, and they will discuss and explore ideas and plans for the Advocacy Subcommittee. Okay. Very good. The Board of Library Trustees will meet at 5:30 p.m. at the Central Library. They will discuss, first, a Civic Center project update with Ken Berkman, a library services update, Friends of the Library update, and a library safety update. Moving on to Thursday. The Burbank Cultural Arts Commission will meet at 9 a.m. at the Community Services Building, and they will discuss Community Arts Grant Program update and a Utility Box Beautification Program update, and then get reports from all their subcommittees. Community Development Block Grant Consolidated Plan Needs Assessment Community Meeting. Can they come up with an easier name for that? Holy cow. They'll have another meeting at 6 p.m. through Zoom. So you can see the city's website info for information on how to participate. And maybe they had an easier name for it. People would actually participate. Who knows? The Park and Recreation Board will meet at 6 p.m. at City Hall. The board will receive an update on the status of the department's capital improvements projects. The board will also receive the latest developments in the ongoing update of the George Isaiah Master Plan. The board will receive the latest developments in the ongoing update of the City Parks Master Plan. And the board will receive an update on the Urban Forest Master Plan. Friday, there will be a moonlight. Oh, did I say moonlight? There we go. We now have our word of the week, which is, of course, moonlight. And you know what that means? Just send an email to contest@myburbank.com and put moonlight in the subject line, and you'll enter for next week's gift card for $25. How can't you beat that, huh? Free to enter. Hopefully you win. Anyhow, moving on. So there'll be a moonlight hike from the Stow Canyon Nature Center at 6:15 on Friday, led by staff. Saturday. Do you always forget to take a family photo? Or maybe you can't afford those expensive photo packages. Don't let another year go by without a treasured picture of you and your loved ones. Get the family together and let us snap a picture for you to remember the season for many years to come. It's free and easy. They've got a beautiful wintry backdrop to pose in front of and library staff on hand to snap your photo. Participants will receive their photos via email within the week following the event. Pre-registration for a specific time slot is highly recommended. All registration is open now, but walk-ins are welcome. Or you can just take your family's picture and change the background in Canva or Photoshop. But I didn't say that. Okay, we've gotten to the end now. Time for Craig's comment. It'll be a short one this week, but I think it's something that is important. Now the election's over, let's end the hate speech now, okay? It is still great to have your own opinions, but your opinion is just as correct to you as someone on the other side is to them. Make a pledge that you will not write anything on social media if your name is hidden that you would not say to someone's face in person. I don't think it's really that tough to be a good person. It really isn't. But because of social media and everything else, the way people have to hide behind it, they think they can write whatever they want to write and not use their name, and now it's okay to attack people. No, it's not okay. Hate speech is still hate speech. We all need to get along and do things properly in this world. We need to work together in the city. We can't attack each other. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to say something, put your name to it. Or say it to somebody's face. Okay? At least have the guts to do that. Anyhow, that's my comment for the week. Not a long one, but hopefully it's a pointed one for you. Please, once again, do not forget to subscribe and like this video. And please, as always, consider that membership to the My Burbank YouTube channel to keep us going so we can keep bringing you this content. That's it for another week. For the week that was and the week that'll be. This is Greg Schwartz from the Election Control Center. We'll be back to our regular studio next week. For those of you who care, which I doubt many of you. But what should I tell you? Anyhow, have a good week. Make sure you thank a veteran today. And let's be kind to each other. All right? We'll talk to you later. Bye.